Well, welcome back everybody, I'm Absurdum. We're gonna play some more Stoneshard with the two-handed sword Arna build permadeath. And today's the day. We're gonna do the Manticore, and I'm pretty excited about it. Now, I did actually start recording this a little bit earlier. I was gonna try to get a bunch of pieces for something that we'll talk about here in a second, including some crawlers. I was like, I need a crawler piece. I'm gonna go find some crawlers. Look at them myself. And then I didn't get any from the crawlers. I ended up buying from the store, and that doesn't really seem that important to show off. So instead, we'll come here. We're at Venomist camp. Venomist is the guy that we're asked to go find out what happened to him in this cave, because he so foolishly thought he should do something by himself. And here is this camp. Yeah, it could be better. You can actually sleep and save here, which is pretty nice for the fight. He also has this book, Biblia Amnetriosus Magius, or whatever that is. I said it right, don't ask. This manuscript has a distinct air of antiquity. The parchment pages are covered in dense Exonian script. There is also some occasional notes and remarks scribbled directly all over the text. Well, what kind? This part makes no sense. Gotta find a glossary and main arch. Yeah, okay, he's doing a good job. In this, we need his advice. What do I do to deserve this? Summon the Guardian. Must find a way to avoid that. Yeah, that's a good idea. Cast Seal of Cleansing on the Cradle? No, it won't work. Of course it won't work. Sacrifice Mean Seal. Spell unlocking the entrance. Okay. Saying it once should do the trick. Perfect. Essence of Deliverance. Will it ward off the Guardian? The recipe for the potions is on page 20. Need further interpretation. Petrified Moment. Blooming Sanity. An Eye of Many-Eyed. Don't forget to pack a torch. Well, don't worry, because we actually have a Petrified Moment, a Blooming Mind, and now, because I had to buy it, an Eye of the Many-Eyed. So, now that we have this book, and we have the items, why don't we go and tell his friend that gave us this job just what we found outside. Alright, so I transversed all the way back to the Rotten Willow, and, hey, I found a camp near the cave, and this book. Yeah, let me see. Yes, it's undoubtedly his handwriting. A note anywhere. Carefully examines the text. Where to begin? It all went down just like I anticipated. His arrogance and impatience will be the end of him. And so his refusal to finally learn ancient Exonian. Why bother with this rubbish? Everything important was written during the modern Exonian period anyways. As if. That's exactly how you miss finer details. For instance, in ancient Exonian, summoning and curse are homophones. A single vowel can change a whole world of difference. Can make a whole world of difference. I wouldn't know, I can't read at all. Venomist tuberous played a cruel joke on him. What he translated as summon the Guardian is in fact the Guardian curse. So what is this Guardian? Let me explain. I read about something like this in an old manuscript because carelessly dismissed it as improbable. Exonian mages had ways of protecting their precious relics. What we're dealing with is a fairly rare technique, but it fits the description perfectly. The idea is to enchant a valuable item with a special and very insidious spell, which can only be spotted if you know what you're looking for. Upon coming in contact with the cursed treasure, those who wish to steal it transform to the mighty Guardian, doomed to protect the object for their avarice all eternity. What can I say? Exonians had an odd sense of humor. Great. So you're saying he turned it into the Guardian? Everything points to it. Fortunately, the book doesn't really go into statistics of the transformation forced upon the victim. If I had to guess, the final result is both dangerous and unsavory. Well, the notes mention that essence of deliverance. Yeah, I was just getting to that part. Venomist was once again foiled by his poor knowledge of ancient Exonian. After mixing up all the possible grammatical voices and moods, he somehow managed to prepare a special elixir, which would protect him from the baleful magic guarding the crater, or so he thought. He made one particularly grave mistake. The essence offers no protection against the curse, instead working as an antidote. It only cures those who have already come in contact with the spell. The best moment to imbibe the essence would be during the transformation, but Venomist must have drank it beforehand. I don't think it would work too well. That's about the gist of it. Well, I mean, can you make it? Exonian alchemy isn't my strongest point, but its language drastically differs from that of modern tradition. It's never my intention to master it. In his notes, Venomist translates part of the recipe, but I'm not quite sure what to make of it. His interpretation of the ingredients was quite literal. Petrified Moment. Eye of the Many-Eyed, Blooming Sanity. It's plain gibberish, and if I'm perfectly honest, I don't want to waste my time on riddles. So can he no longer be cured? Seems so. Still, there's a small chance the potion might work when the Guardian is on the brink of death. If my memory serves me right, Venopot something or another mentioned something like this. I can't read that. Apparently, if I prepare a large enough flask, you should be able to douse the Guardian with a potion over the course of the fight, and once you bring the creature to death's door, transformation reverse. So this suggests that I can throw it at him at any time, but we will get a notification when we're fighting him that he's low enough to throw the potion on. That's what I usually do. Be warned though, a lot of things written in manuscripts are either entirely made up or erroneous. Okay. So I think I know what those ingredients are. Here they are. Makes sense. Here's that one and that one. Hopefully at least there's parts. This part is free of errors. Let's move to the less crowded location so that we can begin preparing the essence. This is actually one of my favorite locations in the game just because I think it's really cool. I think he just has like a cellar down here that he goes to. And I just like the look of when people are like impatiently waiting in this game. Congratulations! You're now one of the few selecteds allowed in my secret laboratory. Consider this a great honor. Barely anyone even knows about its existence. I imagine that's how he says laboratory. Almost forgot. Watch your step. The stairs are awfully steep. Venomist once sprained his ankle on his way down. It was the exact moment he started harboring a grudge against me. And the ceiling for Providence. Find the ceiling. If you crack your head on it, your riddle-solving days will likely come to an end. Okay. This is a big runic circle. I love it. Alchemy abhors hastiness. The potion should be ready in 5 hours. You'll find me here. In the meantime, feel free to chat with Vicmar and whatnot. Being an awfully friendly fellow that he is. Surely keep you company while I work. Okay. Well, what I'm really going to do is head upstairs and take a nice nap. But that's okay. We'll come back when it's ready. Alright, 5 hours later, here we are. Ooh, what do you think? Oh, I definitely want to know what's in there. You can search it without getting in trouble. Yeah, okay. Nothing. Basically nothing. In my head, that was going to have everything, though. Even my two-handed sword I've been looking for. Ah, there you are. Looks like everything went well. Here's the essence. I implore you, be careful not to drop it. It was a huge hassle to prepare this bottle, so I'm not making you another one. Besides, we don't even know how effective it will be. Remember, you can only douse the Guardian when it's deathly wounded. The creature's soul must begin separating from its body, otherwise the essence will not work properly. This suggests that you should wait. I've never had the tenacity to throw it at first and then see, but I'm pretty sure it'll work. I've just never done it. Alternatively, you can go with a more conventional approach and simply drink it. Tastes terrible, reminiscent of the worst kind of rot gut. I don't know of all of its properties, but the potion will definitely make your body more resilient to harmful spells. It might come in handy. After all, the Guardian is a magical creature. Choice is up to you. Hope you find the essence useful. Hey, good luck in that cave. Ooh, it's purple. That does give you a lot of resistances. And sanity. That's interesting. I'll also get you drunk. Well, intoxicated at least. Not actually drunk. If he isn't mistaken, bringing the Guardian to the brink of death and dousing this potion might transform him back. Would have thought that combining a petrified moment, blooming sanity, and other lofty sounding ingredients would result in such a foul smelling brew. Yeah, we're gonna take it. Alright, well, let's prepare and get to this cave. Okay, well here we are. I kind of rested up, got our buffs going, ate some food. We should be pretty good. I took the Ranger Brew too, so we shouldn't really be getting hunger. Should have a lot of pain resistance. I mean, I think we're gonna be pretty good. I haven't melee fought the Manticore in a very long time, and even then I think I only really did it 1 or 2 builds, so I don't remember exactly how it's done, but I think we're gonna probably be okay. We should be able to take it up pretty easily. I also brought a lot of things with us just because we need it. I'll pop some Honey Hornet, which I think will do us just fine. We have some anti-tox stuff if we need it, Smoke Bomb if I need it, lots of stuff to repair if I need it, or heal if I need it. And then I also have a Silver Leaf, which I think I'll take right before, because 360 turns is a pretty long time. So that's it in there, and while we quickly walk up to the place, I want to kind of explain why this episode is a day late, because it's relevant, and because it's a little, it's a little funny in retrospect. Typically, I get episodes out every day, as everyone knows, unless life happens, And the other day, I was taking my robotic vacuum that I just bought last week, which I'm really excited for. It came in last week and had it all set up, and it's robotic vacuuming around as it does, taking care of, you know, loose hair and loose litter that the cats track around. And then it also found a pile of cat poop that was still very fresh and went and smeared it across 3 rooms and a couple rugs and all over the insides and crevices of the new vacuum. You know, as you've seen, I'm sure, in other internet videos that they will do sometimes. Because heaven forbid I didn't check the one tiny corner of a room that I never go into to see if a cat pooped in there. Which it had because the other cats have not been nice to it, so it's afraid to come out and use the litter box. So it's not even really the cat's fault. So I have no one to really be mad at, I guess. But anyways, it took me hours to clean everything. Luckily, I put in a bunch of new hard floor. If you run around, I put in new hard floor everywhere in the house. So the floor was disgusting, but easy to clean compared to carpet. And it took me hours to take the vacuum apart and clean the poop out of everything, all the little holes, all those little screws, the little cracks that were plastic lines, all kinds of places. It was terrible. And then afterwards, when I still did have some time to record, funny enough, I didn't really feel like it. I know, it was crazy. But here we are, everything straightened out, and I even had to really rinse out the vacuum. I thought, oh yeah, that's broken for sure. But it seems to have lit back up. I haven't tried it yet, but I think it's gonna be okay. So, I'm gonna go ahead and eat this and eat that, and then drink some more water just because I probably am thirsty from that. And while our intoxication is a little high, we have a lot of immunity, so I think we're gonna be okay. Don't mind all the drugs that I'm on. So I love how if you actually read the book and do this stuff and talk to him, you actually get this extra dialogue option. Your first and only victim is yourself, Venomist. And then you'll actually have to kind of still be in there a little bit. My mind, my body serve a single purpose. Protect the cradle. Not for long. Prepare to die. Okay, so how do you fight this guy? The main things you gotta watch for, it's kind of like the troll, is Vengeance of the Dead and his Primer Aether. He will prioritize those 2 abilities. Otherwise, he'll pretty much just sit there and keep deadly attacking you and kind of poison you and stuff like that. So there are times that you want to charge in and attack him. There's times you want to back off and heal. For now, though, let's go ahead and feast. Probably charge in. He's gonna do that. Let's we could sidestep. I'm gonna dash. I could get elusive, try to decrease what he's gonna do to me. I think what I'm gonna do is actually put him on cooldown. Get dodge up. We can get some nice counters and stuff in right now. 95%. Let's get defensive up. Never mind, he ran. He's out. Throw a smoke bomb at him, see if that does anything for me. Just when things were getting good, of course, he booked it. Can't really do much with me, though, with the smoke. He has to be able to see me. Let's take this time. He's not gonna just sit in there and breathe it like the troll does. That's kind of unfortunate. Pop that for free. Just to keep it up. Get a nice charge and crit. Not sure why we didn't hit that guy, but probably because it arcs funny. Alright, we are poisoned. So we are building poisoning. That for free. else you do? You do something else. Stagger chance. Okay. Curse of Decay. Ah, Curse of Decay, really? So I could have brought that other thing and got protected from that. That's kind of a shame. We can always back out and run if we have to. Is he bleeding? He sure is. Nice. Down to 80%. Nice counter on my part. Stash here. Okay, now of course he does that. Good, pop that. Pop that too. Do that guy. Pop him free. 59%. Still bleeding. What's this Hornet Honey doing for me? Very nice. Kind of surprised he hasn't tried to back out yet. Alright, let's stay in there. How am I looking? Tox is 23, not terrible. Let's go ahead, heal that up then. Nice crit. Good defensive, heal a little bit. That's a free turn there. See if we can stagger him. Very nice. We blocked it and then countered. It's not staggered. Okay. I don't think we can. Is stagger part of move? That's one of those things I can never remember. Let's see. I think it's control. Nope. Stagger's part of move. So yeah, he's just gonna resist it every time because it's so high. Okay. That kind of stinks because stagger's one of our main things, but also it makes sense because how are you going to stagger this thing, realistically? I would have been a little skeptical of that claim. Nice crit. He's almost down. He's still bleeding a lot too, which is... that's a double bleed there. Triple bleed. I think what's 20% is when you can throw the potion at him. God, we're doing more damage and bleed now. Plus we countered that guy. It's not quite there yet. There it is. He's almost dead. Now's the time to shine. I almost drank it. There it is. I return. Ah, what a sad state to be in, huh? Fires of Providence, what happened? My body feels numb. Please excuse my inappropriate appearance, stranger. I forgot to introduce myself. My name, hell, it's on the tip of my tongue. Give me a moment, got my thoughts. It's Venomist. Yeah, that's it. Wait. Hold on, how do you know my name? Well, lucky guess. I'm here based on your friend's request. I thought as much. Heroes would send a mercenary to spy on me. What does he want? He just wants the cradle to fall into your hands. That bastard. If only you're here right now, I would... Actually, on second thought, I'm afraid he's not wrong this time. The cradle is too much for a simpleton like me. It was only a second before the curse began to set in, but during that short moment that I was holding the cradle, my mind was awash with a myriad of visions. Countless premonitions of what it's capable of. That's when I realized it. No mere mortal should ever touch this artifact. The immense power it radiates. Unholy power. Do you understand? It brings only death and ruin, and I almost fell victim to it. As for him, I doubt even he will be able to tame it. Although, now I'm starting to remember our last conversation. He was vehemently against me looking for the cradle to begin with. Maybe he doesn't want to use it for his own gain after all. So be it, you win. He'll be overjoyed. The foolish Venomist finally got what was coming to him. Take the cradle and hit the road. Don't worry, the curse is no more. Make sure it finds his way to him. I bet he knows how to render the harmless. And for the love of the host, don't fall prey to its temptation just like I did. Speaking of which, how long has it been since I descended into the godforsaken cave? Not too long. We went missing a couple weeks ago. Oh, what a relief. It felt like centuries, millennia. When you're in that beastly form, every moment lasts for eternity. I feared that I'd wandered this foul burrow till the host once again came to this world and took mercy on my wretched soul. If it hadn't been for your timely intervention, this would have been my fate. My deepest apologies if I caused you any grief during that fight. As a guardian, I was a slave to that damn curse. I didn't have the strength to resist. Anacores are rage incarnate. There is only ripping, tearing, destroying. Why were you looking for it in the first place? It's hard to explain. I was caught in tangled passions, curiosity, hubris. The irresistible attraction to all things mysterious and forbidden. I was under the delusion that, with enough effort and time, I could learn how to resurrect the dead and probe them for their secrets. Just imagine being able to summon the greatest philosophers and rulers of antiquity, to talk to them, persons like Theomachus, Felius, Ahriman? No, I nailed all those. I'm sorry, I can't read. It would make the most knowledgeable scholar, make me the most knowledgeable scholar the continent has ever known. My name would be recorded in every treatise. And look where this line of thinking got me. Sitting naked in the middle of a damn burrow, surrounded by dried up bones, confessing my innermost hopes and dreams to the person who just rescued me from the ugliest of fates. Alright. I'm not feeling so good, but it could be much worse. I just need to rest a bit. Everything will be fine. Right now, no way of repaying your kindness, but make sure we meet again in the future. Just take the cradle and go. So you can find him. That's a mood right there. You can find him in Bryn, and he will actually give you a pretty nice artifact that I would recommend finding, especially if you're a mage or an archer, because it increases your bonus range. And bonus range is amazing. Speaking of amazing, look at me heal. Nice. Alright, I don't really care about turning this quest in because we're pretty much done with the playthrough, so who really cares? You can take it and keep this, it's pretty nice. Killing enemy reduces your sanity, which could be an interesting way to get some of those mental effects. And activates Unholy Blessing, which grants life drain, decreased damage taken a lot, and experience gain, which is also nice. An achromatic artifact created by the mages of an ancient Exonian and later rediscovered by the Venomist. Picking it up instantly fills your mind with barely audible, lingering whispers in a long-dead language. That must be a trip. Just hearing little whispers in the back of your head in a language you don't understand. No one understands. Ugh. Alright, well, that went pretty swimmingly, but to be perfectly honest, I'm not surprised. We're level 30, we've got a pretty great build. We were able to pretty much just push through it and ignore the whole thing. Let's get rid of that. So, let's go out and see just how strong this build. My final test for any build is how can it do against Bison. So let's go find some. Well, it took me a little bit, but I found some. They already seem a little primed, which is unfortunate. But you know what? I think it's still going to work out for a great test. Because this is a hunting ground of them, and there's plenty. So, we know how well some of my other builds have done against such hordes, but we'll see how well this one does. I don't know what it is about the the bison becoming a lard and checking out the smoke bomb, but something I just think that's hilarious. Holy crap, that's like the funniest thing ever. All right, let's go ahead. We're probably pretty hungry. Yeah, no, we're actually doing okay. I feel like it's a little cheating, but let's try this out anyways. I mean, we're doing big numbers. They're just going to get more dangerous as things go on, though, and they're about to charge me. So that's something else I need to be mindful of. All right, it's on. Let's see. Well, heroism is going to count for a lot here. Look at that, my god. Let's go. Okay. Especially with Arna. I went from being not so sure that this was going to work out to perfectly sure that this is going to work out. So nope. We'll pop over that free. Just that guy for a little bit extra dodgy stuff. Okay. This is going better than I thought. Uh-oh. Unholy blessing. Oh, okay. It's like, that doesn't look... Oh, wait, no, that is good. Okay. My bad. I thought it was one of the mental effects. I was like, oh, no. Oh, we got a lot of offensive tactics, actually. I don't know if it's really doing that much for me, but... Oh my. Well, I think that solved that. Okay, so I think a lot of this actually was probably from heroism. I mean, not just heroism. We're also on drugs and other things too, but heroism, I think, did a whole lot. And this is one of the things about Arna that I think is definitely underrated by me, at the very least. It's just how good her passive can be. And it is a lot better than I thought it was. Especially in late game as it levels up, you're making these things even stronger is really, really nice. And not to be underestimated. Because I really did think the Bison were going to tear us apart. I'm not going to lie. It's part of the reason I took those drugs. I think even without the drugs, it would have been fine. I think even without some of these buffs, we would have been fine. We were just countering and doing so much to them. Not to mention we had Unholy Blessing too. Which is also nice. Yeah, it stacks. Jesus. I didn't know it stacks. That's really good. It's really good. But yeah, I mean, here we are slaughtering them. And I think this is a decent build. I'm going to do a video kind of talking about this build, things that I think maybe I could have done differently, better on, showcased the final build compared to, you know, a little bit to what I originally thought we would do to this. But all in all, I like it. Is it my favorite? No. I think that's still going to go to either dual wielding or maybe the staff. The staff was a really good build. But did I enjoy it? Yeah. Did I find it easy? No. I don't. I think this is a kind of a difficult build. And maybe that was just the way I did it. And maybe it's because it's permadeath. But this was a build that had its highlights, had its low points. But overall, I never really found any part of this to be particularly easy. Two-handed axes, and some things are really easy in the beginning, some things really shine at the end of their build. This one seemed pretty steady all the way through, as far as I can recall. Which, you know, for maybe new people, that's nice. A kind of flat difficulty curve for the most part is a good way to go. But I think for the most part, this was a pretty decent to good build. Two-handed swords in a lot of ways is fun. I think they're really weak against certain enemies, which you typically have with some weapon types. Overall, though, I would give it like a 7 out of 10. Never really bad. Not really that great. There are builds in this game that I think, and maybe this is just a personal thing where it's a preference, I think are amazing. A lot of fun. We'll do a lot of stuff. And to me, so far, that's, in terms of melee at least, because I think the mage builds are really fun. I would say it's probably staff and dual wielding. Specifically dual wielding with no weapon skills. I think that's one of the things, at least in the current state of the game, where you can dual wield and pick up any weapon that you want and just use it. Anytime you're not using weapon skills, you're not glued to whatever weapon you put points into. And then you can find uniques like we did in this one and use it because you're not glued to a certain weapon. You find a really cool artifact, you use it if you find another one that's even cooler, or you just feel like switching it up because the weapons, or it's a different type of enemy that would utilize a different type of weapon better, then use it. That kind of freedom, I think, is really, really nice in this game. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for voting on this build. I want to thank everyone for watching this build. I think it was a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll make another video just because people ask me a lot when I'm done with a build. Hey, do you have a video just kind of in depth talking about it, what I'd like to do to stuff different? I think that'd be a great way for both you guys who watch what I do to learn my thought process on it, and for me to learn when you guys comment back, hey, this is what I agree with, this is what I disagree with, this is what I think you should have done differently. Because let's be honest, I have a lot of hours in this game, but I'm by no means a master of it. So it's always nice to hear what other people who have played hours in this game think too. Regardless, I want to thank everybody, absolutely everybody, for coming by and being part of this. I absolutely love this game, and it's so much fun to play, and it's so much fun to just do this journey together. So thank you so much. Please take care of yourself, please stay safe, and thank you to the channel members who are a big part of this. Of course, we have Twisted Soldier, Cookie, Legend, Defeat the Reaper, Andre N, That One Guy, Sasuke S, Sexton S, Lord Caesar, Benny Pizza, Fokker, Diego, Legato Blue Summers, Alice S, Fat Larry, Joe J, Pete Moser, Andrezu, Boris B, Jacob A, Nubs Plays Wereru, Jack SMD, Blessed X, Espen B, Main Account Rabel, Gummy P, James O, Not Me, Lavender S, Red the Reckless, Mark, Alec, Aussie Pagan, KM, Confined Poet, Ozak, Magnus the Pious, in trouble for being channel members. You guys and your support mean the world to me. But even if you're not a channel member and you're just coming by, hanging out, having a good time, it's still really appreciated. You guys are so much fun. You make this so much fun. I'd probably be bored of this game if it wasn't for everyone just having so much fun with me. We passed the Bison test, and that's good news to me in my book. Any build that passes the Bison test is a build that I think is fun and definitely worth trying. See you next time. Bye-bye.